the Chris Rock Show.
Tonight, Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr.
Musical guest,
Outkast.
plus musical director, Grandmaster Flash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock!
Welcome to the show. What's the big news? What's the big news? Hey, George W. Bush admitted that he was convicted of drunken driving in 1976. That explains a lot now. He's not stupid, he's just drunk. Drunk. No wonder he had a hard time saying subliminal. When they asked how he was handling the controversy, Bush said that he couldn't do it. He couldn't get through this controversy without the support of his brother, Jeb Bush, his mother, Barbara Bush, and his uncle, Anheuser Bush. How the fuck they just find that out yesterday? Shit. I took a library book back late 20 years ago. I can't rent no movies at Blockbuster. They just finding out this shit about Bush. What else going? The Yankees won the Subway Series. Came under fire for urging students to skip school and come to the Yankee victory parade. Now, oh, come on. Now, when I asked why he did it, Rudy said, hey, the kids are already dumb. One less day's not gonna hurt. Now, during the parade, Yankee fans flipped baseballs to the players, and then the players would sign the balls and throw them back. And Chuck Knobloch broke 6 windows and hit a 5-year-old girl in the eye, man. Sad, man. It was sad. It was sad. Chuck, get it together. Get it together, Chuck. Some of the top names in hip-hop met in Harlem this week, to discuss a code of ethics. Yes. Yeah, that's the night they discussed a code of ethics. The discussion broke down. When the rappers who didn't think they needed a code of ethics shot the rappers who did. And the rappers also discussed forming a labor union. Woo! Hey, no one's gonna cross that picket line. What else going on? Speaking of fear, John Gotti was diagnosed with neck and mouth cancer, and doctors gave him less than 1 year to live. Now, after getting the bad news, Gotti then gave the doctors less than a week to live. I don't think a doctor told him. They gave that job to the nurse. Why don't you go tell Gotti he gonna die? A Virginia court has upheld the law requiring public school students to start their day off with a moment of silence. Meanwhile, in New York, city teachers are trying to get students to start their day off with a moment of shut the fuck up. All right, what's going on? Now, the Supreme Court will soon decide if states can exclude the KKK from the Adopt a Highway program. Man, you don't want to be driving haven't done that road. Shit, I better turn off. Now, why would you let the KKK adopt a highway? I thought that was the whole idea of the program, man, to keep white trash off the road. Speaking of crazy white people, the leader of the Aryan nation has filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, broke, man. Times is hard, man. But I don't feel sorry for this guy at all, because if you can't make a buck hating black people in this country, you're a really shitty businessman. You know, they got a market for that, man. You could put a hate black people booth in airports and make some dough off that shit. This is the country for that. What else going on? A children's dentist accused of breaking his patient's bones while holding them down, you know, to work on their teeth, agreed to give up his license. Broke the bones while holding them down. What kind of bad? Oh, man. Now, when asked why he did this to his patients, he said, when I say floss, I mean floss, goddammit. What else going on? Well, scientists have created an AIDS vaccine that works on monkeys. Oh, man, so if you ever want to fuck a monkey, now's your chance. Only on HBO. What else going on? Boston Celtics star Paul Pierce, who was stabbed over a month ago at a club, scored 28 points in the season opener for the Celtics. Now, after the game, Coach Rick Pitino was so excited about Pierce's performance, he said he's going to stab the whole rest of the team. They might have to stab some Knicks, too. Oh, no, I want my seats. And the nobody changes department, you know, some people just don't change. Dal Strawberry got he put it on himself now. Got busted for doing crack while hanging out with some strange woman. Well, actually, the woman ain't no stranger at all. Turns out it was Natalie Cole. Every time I see Natalie Cole on TV, she's talking, I did crack. She's going to start singing Uncrackable in a minute. Uncrackable. And finally, this week on his radio show, Howard Stern, my man Howard, asks Carmen Electra who freed the slaves. And she didn't know. So I guess it's true. Dennis Rodman really did fuck her brains out. Now, with the election being so close this year, the Democrats and the Republicans are doing anything they can to get the black vote. Now, both Bush and Gore are stopping at nothing to win the trust of African-American voters. Now, here, Gore says he'll call for a return to the gold standard by getting gold fronts. Got my vote. Now, we all know Bush loves his beer, but now he loves malt liquor. Now, in this one, the Bush camp unveiled the new buzzword, weaves. Trying to get the sisters. But not to be outdone, now, the Democratic Party trying to get the brothers are trying to focus on cornrows. Now, Bush's running mate, Dick Cheney, changed his name to Raw Chigga. Now, finally, here's Bush moving up on the polls with his new wife. That's right, Georgia Weezy. Grandmaster Flash. Now, on October 17th, a lot of people don't realize this, but the old dirty bastard staged a daring daylight escape from a drug treatment center in Los Angeles, and as of today, the ODB is still at large. The FBI, the CIA, the INS, the DEA, the AFT, the ATF, and the SWAT, everybody is continuing a nationwide manhunt for the man who's being called public enemy number one. Now, to find out the latest on the search for the ODB, we go to our correspondent, Ali Leroy.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Tonight you can actually feel the fear in the air. The tension lingering since October 17th, when the ODB became a fugitive from justice.
Panic, fear, evacuations, and mass hysteria. That's what happened when people found out that the old dirty bastard was on the streets again.
You see all the emergency vehicles running around trying to get everybody out. Of course, it's scary. We never know when he's gonna, come out or pop out.
As a nationwide search was conducted, a federal task force mapped out a plan to capture the old dirty bastard.
We feel that we have the search teams necessary to find him if he is still in the area.
Meanwhile, local authorities tried to reassure the public.
We take this very seriously. This suspect is somebody that needs to be in jail.
I keep the doors locked and keep a pistol by my bed.
Chris, tonight the authorities are trying to get the word out to as many people as they can. If you see the ODB, run. I'm Ali Leroy, live. For the time being, back to you, Chris.
We'll be back with more of that as it progresses. Now, the U.S. is currently in its biggest economic boom ever. Every day we hear about how much money people are making. Really? So we here at the Chris Rock Show wanted to see for ourselves how everybody's benefiting with all this new money. So to find out, we hit the streets of the South Bronx. Isn't America great now that nobody's poor?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
How's the economic boom affected your life?
Has it affected my life?
Has it affected your life?
It hasn't affected my life, really.
I mean, I'm watching the news every day that says it's an economic boom.
Where?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Not over here.
How has the economic boom affected your life?
Terrible. It's killing me. It's still killing me. Fuck Giuliani.
A lot of people making money on the internet. Are you making any money on the internet?
Not 1 cent.
Not a cent?
Not a dime.
Have you made any money off the internet?
Never.
Have you ever seen a website?
Yeah.
What website did you visit?
Rap section.
The rap section. What happened? Did you get shot?
You got killers. You got everything going on the internet. You can get in it with the internet. You can get in contact with anything you want.
And what do you get in contact when you're on the internet?
Anything you want.
Okay, what would you like to look up on the internet?
Maybe some nice looking girls.
Some nice looking girls.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of nice looking girls on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
So what should Giuliani do about the internet?
See, right now, it's like me, I don't even care about, fuck Giuliani.
Any big major businesses move around here?
Not a one.
Any Starbucks up here?
What's that?
No Starbucks?
You better get coffee from that corner store.
Is there a Starbucks?
Not around here. This isn't 125th Street. This is the Bronx.
How far behind Harlem is the Bronx?
Let's see, how far?
Yeah.
I can take me about 10 minutes to get from here to Harlem.
Okay. Can't get a cappuccino.
But you can't get a cup of Bustelo over there.
A cup of Bustelo.
Ain't no money being spent where it's supposed to be spent. Shit's being spent all over everywhere else.
Is there a Gap around here?
No.
Old Navy?
Yeah, I see a couple of guys.
Oh, you see guys from the Navy?
Yeah. The best we can do is the 99-cent store. That's the newest store in the neighborhood.
99 cents.
That's what they're putting up there, 99 cents.
And everything there costs a $1.08.
108, right. So that's a lot.
So that's a damn lie. Banana Republic?
No.
Is there a Victoria's Secret around here?
If it is, it's a secret to us.
No Victoria's Secret? No Victoria's Secret. So is this big drawers in the Bronx?
You got it.
How about Shaniqua's Secret?
Now that could be. You got a lot of Shaniqua.
How about body shop?
What kind of body shop? Auto body? Yeah, there's a bunch of them all around.
How about sunglasses hut?
No.
The store, the body shop?
What body shop?
They sell like candles and soap.
I keep telling you, brother, not around here. I'm not into repeating myself. Fuck Giuliani, and that's what he's about, man.
My guest tonight has been a member of the House of Representatives for over 4 years and co-authored an anti-death penalty book with his father called Legal Lynching. Please welcome U.S. Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. All right, man. Glad to see a real politician coming out with the people, man. A lot of politicians have been scared of me all year. Nobody come on. Big election year. Why don't people vote, man?
Well, I think one of the reasons a lot of people are despondent about the process is that they've seen the Democratic Party talk out of one side of their neck, and they've seen Republicans talk out of the other side of their neck. And so we've heard from George Bush that this election is about fuzzy math. But I have to say to you today, Chris, given that the election is on Tuesday, this election is either Al Gore's math or George Bush's fuzzy vision.
Oh, well, Bush, we know why shit's fuzzy. He's drunk.
Yes.
It's all fuzzy to him. Math, reading, whatever. Fuzzy coloring books to him. Now, I think nobody votes because shit don't change. Like in Iran, and your guy wins, the next day your woman can wear a dress. But, you know, here, it's not like, okay, if Bush win on Tuesday, we don't got to get on the back of the bus Wednesday, right?
No, but it's quite possible. It's quite possible that if George Bush wins on Wednesday and he appoints a new Supreme Court next year, that you could be on the back of the bus by next year. So it may not occur next Wednesday,
I got guns.
but it could occur next year.
Oh, man. Shit. Not me. I'm rolling with Jay-Z. We will stab some people.
You know, Chris, one of the reasons a lot of people don't see a lot in the process is that people who have been voting consistently are going to get something out of the process. George Bush has promised a tax break of about $800 billion to his friends. Al Gore wants to use some of that money for debt reduction and for Social Security. One of the reasons we don't see things changing in Harlem and we don't see things changing on the south side of Chicago and Compton is because we're not demanding that they use surplus and dollars in our community the way they're using it for rich people with tax breaks and debt reduction. So we have to be engaged in the process, but not, Chris, just for one election. We must be engaged over a prolonged period of elections and be consistent. We got to vote like our lives depend on it, because our lives do.
I know, because it's weird you mention it, but I never thought, because when Reagan was president, South Bronx was fucked up. When Carter was president, South Bronx was fucked up. Clinton's, South Bronx is fucked up no matter what. I live in Bed-Stuy. This shit's always been fucked up. Republican, Democrat. What can black folks do for themselves? That, you know, there's so much going on in our community that it don't matter who wins. What can we do to help our own shit out so we don't have to worry about these motherfuckers every 4 years?
Well, I'm not totally convinced that African Americans can do anything independent of what we do as Americans together. For example, I happen to believe that there are some structural problems wrong with the country. For example, in the Constitution, you have a constitutional right to have a gun, but there is no constitutional right to an education of equal high quality. Maybe this election should be about amending the Constitution to ensure that schools in Compton and schools in Harlem and schools on the South Side are like schools in Manhattan, schools on the North Side, and schools in other places. To that extent, Chris, whether George Bush wins or Al Gore wins, we always win because we are guaranteed then under the law, not by Democrats or Republicans, but by a structural adjustment in the change of the country that ensures, for example, a high-quality education for every American.
You know. Hey, man, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. I mean, like the thing you said about schools, we need more education, but even if we get good schools, it don't matter if we don't think learning is cool. You know what I mean? If everybody think everybody in school is a sucker, what's the point if you got all these books and stuff? You know what I mean?
Well, What does it matter if you have an old book or a new book if you're not wearing open neither?
You know what's real bug?
Right.
I went to a white school and a black school when I was a kid. I went to Marine Park Junior High and I went to the black boys and girls high. Same exact books. Same fucking books. One book was a little cleaner than the other book, but it's the same fucking books. And it was just, the white kids, there was just a better attitude over there. They wanted to fucking, it wasn't corny to them. It wasn't whack over there. You know what I mean? How do we make it not whack?
Well, I'm not totally convinced that, I'm not, well, let me tell you about how to make it not whack.
You know what I mean?
One way to make it not whack is to desegregate the white school and let African Americans and white folks go to school together and not creating a two-track education system where they have the best teachers, the best educational facilities, the best books,
you know what?
The internet, but we don't have it in our neighborhood, Chris.
Fuck them. I want my own shit.
Well,
I don't care. I want my own shit. If white people don't want me there, fuck them. I don't want to fight. Why should I have to fight to go where I'm not wanted?
Well, one of the reasons that we have to vote on Tuesday
and we
is
got
because
smart black
this
people.
election is about, and I hate to use the term, it's about your own shit. Whether or not we're going to get money from the surplus to use it for fixing our schools so that our schools are like their schools and their schools don't keep getting better with better teachers.
Why can't we just make our schools so good that they want their schools to be like ours?
We need that surplus. Right.
Fuck them.
Right. But we need that surplus in order to make that happen.
That they jokes are like motherfucking we do everything else the best. Why can't we just fucking learn the best?
I wish learning could be totally divorced from the resources necessary to create smaller classrooms, Chris. It does not make sense when you have 80 students in some classrooms, 60 students in some classrooms, and then you come to other communities and they got 10 and 15, a teacher with a master's degree, and here are teachers working hard, not only playing teacher, but also playing parent. So it's a parent-teacher partnership and the resources and better schools.
You know what's wild? My friend Bill Stepney, he just put his kid in a white school because he had his kid in a black school. And he went down to the school and he went to parent-teacher night. There's 1,500 kids in the school, which means on parent-teacher night, if you're lucky, that's 3,000 parents, right? He said he went to that motherfucker and there's about 28 parents showed up. He's like, I'm getting my kid the fuck out of here. But we gotta get the parents involved. I gotta start smacking people upside their head, man.
One thing, one of the things Reverend Jackson has argued for years is that when we practice basketball and we practice baseball, we practice football, we don't have radio and television on while we're practicing. We don't accept phone calls from our girlfriends. So why don't we, as African Americans, insist that our children from 7 to 9, 7 to 10 every night study for 3 hours, turn that television off, turn that radio off, accept no telephone calls, and have uninterrupted concentration time. I'm going to do that in my house with my 7-month-old daughter. I know you're going to do it in your house.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it in our community collectively and reverse some of these numbers.
Because the education's only bad if they snuck it up on you. If you know the school is crowded, then you got no fucking excuse. If you know the books, conspiracies, once you in on the conspiracy, it ain't a conspiracy no more.
No, Chris, you said, and I accept that, you said that we got to do more ourselves. Well, here are the facts according to Marion Wright Edelman. The average 18-year-old in our society has watched 25,000 hours of television, has listened to 13,000 hours of radio, been to school for less than 5,000 hours, assuming they have a master's degree. So what do you say we turn that television off and that radio off, and we spend as much time reading, writing, and doing arithmetic as we do watching television and radio, and we can turn some of the numbers around in our own homes.
I'm with you, man. I just want us to admit we got a problem, and I'm just tired of asking white people for shit. You know what else is fucked up in the community too? That's what I get at. The acceptance of crime. It's like we got, I'm 35 now. I love rap music, okay? But you can't have everybody talking about, I'm down with this drug dealer, I'm down with that drug. You can't hang out with drug dealers and then get mad when a motherfucker treats you like a drug dealer.
That's legitimate. No, that's legitimate.
They follow me around. Well, motherfucker, you hang out with criminals.
Yeah.
If a hang out with prostitutes. She can't get mad somebody call her a hoe.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. No, I think that's legitimate. When I was first running for Congress, they said, Jesse Jr., you're just running on your daddy's name. And I thought about that for a moment, and I said, well, what's wrong with having a good daddy's name? If more men in our community would raise the babies that they make, they could give their children a good name. So, I mean, I hear what you say. Where you going with that?
Well, I want to thank you for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, you did good. You did good, boy. You did good. Released this week. Give it up for Outkast.
National underground, underground, and I stop the ground. Like a millionaire, my face is simple, back around the thing, you can't stop the train. Who won't come, don't come, I'm prepared, I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a hot so name. Where the man tells us it ain't gon' rain, so now we sitting in a drop top soaking wet. In a simple blue, try not to sweat. Here's some of the talk, put top to net. But this many years that we won't forget. One night, anything goes. Be what you wanna be, and you know consequences. I can't been for living the business. Grind and jump in jail. You know this nigga might just jail. Get a lot of money on sale, then I might catch you a fail. Look at what came in the mail. Damn, it's arm and hammer. Thorough grill and a baby member. Black tail like in a pack of peppers. Take the questions with no answer. You're for dancer, you're for AIDS. Make a nigga wanna sell you for days. Get back home, like the roll. But not really was banned all along before you left ass up to a ball of power. Lost to the 1,000 miles per hour. Hello, ghetto, let your brain breathe. Believe there's always more. Don't put a thing out unless you try to bang. Come on, come on, down. Hell, don't even bang unless you try to hit the bang. Hell, don't put a thing out unless you try to bang. Hell, don't even bang unless you try to hit the bang. Hey, people, break it out. Oh no, Joe, straight songs. You never think of me, I'll rock a microphone like that, damn boy, it was 6 Street. Big things happen every time we meet, like a track shake, crashing, dying to keep. Outkast bumping up and down the street. That bad cat, man, by 5, 4, D, 75, MC, street, top to the beat, coming in, drunk, at the club. Should've bought an house from the top to the door. Should've held back with the toes of blue. Once we took up and packed the lunch, no G to the U, G to the blue. Got some on the way, like language that who got little baby girl for a year, Jordan. Never turn my back on my kids for them. Should've hit it, quit it, ran, shot, and put pretty up, get a laptop. Make a big place, 7 1 6 ago. Make a bad time out of dress to go. Record number 4, but we on the road. Hold up, slow up, stop, control like Janet. Planet take over, yeah, moving like York, come straight to port. Come on, lock on the windows and blind and more. Yeah, put up a bell, cause the women in order. Like a 3-piece bitch, boy, I cut your donor. You get a Taco Bell, then I hit the border. These cat rappers trying to hit the vibe. I'm about to phone me, I stay alive. When you got that deal, you better not hide. Got a gun down, leave my ride, alright. Yeah, don't put a thing out, unless you try to bang. Come on, take bombs over there. Yeah, don't even bang, unless you try to hit the bang. Come on, say. I can't hit that. Yeah, don't put a thing out, unless you try to bang. Come on, say. Yeah, don't even bang, unless you try to hit the bang. Now, you know what, we gonna break it down right side. Yeah. Everybody,